Hey everybody, it's PJ from Wisconsin Airgunners. I've got a quick video for you today where I'm going to be transferring this, which is an FX Crown. This is a Continuum model. I've got a 380 barrel and it's in 25 cal. And I'm going to be taking this and putting it into this, the GRS Riflestock. Beautiful black laminate, and fortunately for us, it's a super easy installation. So let's get started. So the first thing I recommend you do when you get the GRS stock out of the box is take a look at your parts. You're going to get a trigger guard. Now you're going to notice that it looks like one of the ears has been lopped off, and that's sort of exactly what's happened. Basically, the way this installs, you've got a button head Allen bolt that's going to go up through here, and that's going to be one of your attachment points to the body of the rifle, and the front part would just get in the way, so they've cut that off. You're going to receive two bolts. One, I already mentioned, is that button head screw or bolt that's going to go through the trigger guard, and the other, about the same length but different head configuration. This is what's going to go through the bottom of your stock, just like that, and that's going to hold the rest of the rifle in. So you want to identify those two, and you want to make sure you know which one's going where. The next thing that you need to do is on the bottom of the stock, there's a hole right there, and your little parts kit will come with this brass, it's not really a spacer or a washer, it's got a cutout in it, but that needs to fit in that hole, and that's what's going to give you the pull to make sure that your rifle is completely seated within the stock. And you can see it's all cut out for your tank gauge, your regulator gauge, the side lever, your safety, as well as your power adjuster. So when it comes to getting your crown ready, you're going to need to have the safety removed, and you're going to have your power wheel removed. When you remove the power wheel, remember that it's got two ball bearings in there, and those ball bearings are sitting on springs. So when you pull that out, you're going to have those two ball bearings. They might stick, because there's a little grease on there, to the bottom of your power wheel, or they might stick to the springs and stay in there, or if you're not careful, they might fall and roll away, never to be seen again. I've strongly recommended in other videos, you have a magnetic parts tray, perfect to have around. So you drop those balls in there, you know where they are all the time, nothing gets lost, and you remove a significant potential frustration from the project. You'll also want to make sure that those springs don't get lost. Mine seem pretty interested in staying in the body of the gun, so I haven't had a problem with it, but if they were wanting to come out, or you wanted to take like a dental pick or something and pull them out, put those in your parts tray as well. One other thing to mention, my crown has come out of a Saber Tactical chassis. If you have your gun in a Saber Tactical chassis, the Saber Tactical chassis uses a different selector switch, or I'm sorry, AR terms, safety lever. So hopefully when you converted your crown to the Saber Tactical chassis, you put that safety lever, the original one, somewhere safe. I did, so when I took the gun out of the chassis and put that away, went to that box where my original stock was, grabbed that safety lever, and I'm all set and ready to go. You can tell the difference between the two. The original has a much beefier post, sticks out farther to accommodate the depth of the stock itself. The Saber Tactical one is really quite short. So if you don't have that,
you need to source from your dealer a new, if you lost it, you're going to need to get a new one, because if you're running it in a Sabre Tactical chassis, the lever that's used there isn't big enough to reach in and do the job. So you need to make sure you have that part. That's not part of the GRS kit. That's an FX part. So I think we got all that settled, and we can get into the installation, which basically is going to require a 2mm Allen, a 2.5mm Allen, a 3mm Allen, and a 4mm Allen. So as long as you got a quality set of Allen wrenches, should be good to go on this project. Fitting is simple. In the time we've been talking, honestly, I could have had it done. So I've got my stock, I've got my crown, and we're just going to put it in like that. Once I have this fitted and I'm confident it's all the way in, I'm going to just hold it like this, roll it over, and then I'm going to grab that Allen bolt that has the taper on it, and I'm going to drop it in through that brass fitting onto the action of the gun. Got my 3mm Allen, and I'm just going to screw that down. I'm not screwing it down tight at this point. I'm just going to go to where it just bottoms out on the stock. Then I'm going to take the trigger guard, and I'm going to put that in place, right? The cut off version, you're going to see it can only really go one way and make sense. Goes to the front, and then I'm going to take the button head Allen, and this one's a 4mm. So I'm going to get that threaded. And this one I'm just going to put a little bit of torque on, okay? Then I'm going to come back, and I'm going to repeat that here. A little bit of torque. Don't fumble your tools. A little bit more. A little bit more. Now I'm going to come back later with a torque wrench and make sure this is properly torqued. But I want to put, before I really get that tightened down, I just wanted to go even on those so that they're all set and in place. And now I'm going to turn my attention to each side of the rifle in turn. I'm going to start with the power adjuster. Make sure my springs are still in place. Then I'm going to put the balls in there. Make sure those get in the right spot. So I've got the two balls in there, and I want to make sure that the actual, I'll call it a stem that sticks out, is tucked back in. Then I can put my power wheel back on. I can feel the spring when I push down on it. And I can grab the screw, which is a 2mm Allen. So this doesn't have to be gorilla tight. What I'm going to do is screw it down till it comes close to bottoming out, and I may back off just a little bit. If you over tighten it, you might find it stiffer than it needs to be to move the power wheel. Too loose, obviously, that's a problem. Hopefully you can hear that. Okay, that's all set. Now I can turn the gun over. And here you'll want to look in there and you'll see which way it's oriented. So in my case,
the bar is up and down, which means I have to put it in this way. If it was front to back, then I'd put it in this way. This screw is a 2.5 millimeter head screw. And there's actually an O-ring on the bottom of that screw that provides a little bit of cushion when it bottoms out, so that the safety goes from fire to safe without any problems. The torque spec for the front and rear screws is 30 inch-pounds. So I've got my fix-it sticks here, and I'm ready to tighten that down to spec. So I'm going to 20 on the front. I'm going to 20 on the rear. I'm going to 25 on the front. I'm going to 25 on the rear. I'm going to 30 on the front. And I'm going to 30 on the rear. So I like walking those back and forth. I want everything settled in nice and easy. I don't want there to be any chance that one is way tighter than the other one. So I want them to be just perfect. It's worth the time. You've got a great investment here in something that is sure to enhance not just the ownership experience, but offhand shootability, as well as, boy, just a beautiful, beautiful rifle stock. You want to do it right. So get the right tools and do it right. Now, if you've never looked at one of the GRS Riflestocks before, not sure about what makes them special, I can give you just a really quick my 2 cents on it. First of all, the appearance is amazing. I mean, these really look great. Second, the ergonomic feel of the 6-degree angle on the grip is just nothing short of phenomenal. Yeah, that's just awesome. The fit and finish is really, really good. And then you have a couple of adjustments. You have a push button adjustment for the comb, up or down. You also have a push button adjustment for length of pull, which is really awesome. So you can set the rifle up however it is you like, and then every time you come in to take the shot, it's just exactly where you expect and want it to be. So I can't wait to get a helix mounted on this and get out and do some walk around shooting, because this just has an amazing feel to it. I thank you for taking the time to watch the video today. Hopefully it's been of use to you. Maybe you've even learned something. And if you're in the market for really a top shelf laminate wood stock, give GRS Riflestocks a look. Thanks to FX Airguns USA for getting this my way. Certainly appreciate the support. And until the next video, everybody, shoot safe, shoot straight, and we'll see you around.